Happy birthday, my love. Happy birthday to her. Thank you all. I can still remember singing her to sleep, and now she's a young lady already. Is that what true love is like? Something like that, and you will give this one to whoever I come to love the most. To whoever you come to truly love. Nikos Soteris calls his son Dimitris to see if he is spending New Year's Eve with his father. Nikos says he will stay by his father all night, and will call him if he needs him. He says he has a great feeling about the coming year. Former Judge Kristina Decila was found dead a few hours ago. The victim seems to have slipped down her building staircase. The Homicide Department Deputy Chief is a good friend of mine. In delicate criminology cases he turns to us for consultation. The victim's throat was cut, as well as his fingers between the middle and the distal phalanges. After interrogations, the one thing we got is that the deceased was no saint. Based on the ferocity of the murder, we could probably presume that this was neither a crime of passion nor a hot-blooded murder. The victim was alone when he checked in and nobody asked for him. He was under a heavy load of anesthetics. The tox results for the lawyer confirmed that he was drugged and then his tongue was cut. Cause of death, drowning by bleeding. Deputy Chief Aristotelis Efthymia calls his son Dimitris, who is on life support after a stroke. The young man was found dead in his hotel room by a housemaid. The case is also linked to the suicide of a classics graduate. Dimitris' father suffers from tetraplegia ever since Dimitris had to take care of him. The killer is punishing them. Our perpetrator is methodical and patient. He is not of those who leave messages to taunt the authorities. All the murders are somehow connected. The killer justifies his acts through the messages left behind, then he signs them. The key lies in the message left at Decila's place. Everything happens according to numbers. Dimitris Lanis is working on a criminal case with frequent Pythagorean quotes. He asks Marcel Dechaff if there's any theorem in maths that has anything to do with number. The mathematician says there is one, but that it is an allegorical interpretation. He also says the whole world wants to be like ancient Greeks and you Greeks are funny. Pythagoras believed he could hear the music of the spheres. He calculated the distance between the sun, the moon and the earth. He was also able to determine the size of these planets. Tony Marnalis, son of a well-known industrialist, was found not guilty of killing a couple in a car crash. He claimed that the motorbike driver had been fooling around with his girlfriend on the bike and that he had been driving recklessly. The girl was killed on the spot and the couple was found with euros in cash, a lipstick, a compact powder and a cell phone. Dimitris Lanis, criminology professor, speaks to Manthos Kozaras. Kozaras says he has been working on the murders related to the accident. The killer will try to kill Marnalis in 5 days. Dimitris, I can't even bear to look myself in the mirror. Even washing my hair is a torment. You call that a life? My mother cleans me up like a baby. Leave her some flowers and tell her I'll always adore her and that those who ruined our lives were punished. Marnalis was murdered. How did you get to him? The murderer set the place on fire. When we get the tox screen, we will know the exact substance used. The killer seems to know a lot about anesthetic substances. Clio tells Dimitris he's still on a dead end, despite his advice. She tells him to give this one to whoever I come to love the most. He says he's not hungry, but could drink some water. Dimitris Lanis says he and his friend were inseparable when she died. He says he thought he'd get over it one day, but that he'd learn how to live after. He asks, "Do God exist? What do you think? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.